Hello students, today's topic is organized and unorganized sector, economics chapter, sectors of Indian economy, organized sector. So here organized and unorganized sectors are divided or on the basis of or classified on the basis of working conditions of the workers in those sectors. So economic activities are divided into two, organized sector and unorganized sector. So on the basis of working conditions of the workers in these two sectors. Now what is organized sector? Organized sector which is registered at the government and they follow rules and regulations which are framed by the government. They follow all the laws formed by the government. What are those laws? Minimum Wage Act, for example, Minimum Wage Act, Payment Gratuity, and Shops and Establishment Act. So these laws are made by the government and these laws are followed by the organized sector. Why organized sector is called organized? Because it follows the procedure and process, formal procedure and process. Organized sector has this formal procedures and processes. So when you get the question, one mark question, why organized sector is called organized? Because it has formal procedures and processes. So this statement they will give. So you have to choose this statement as an answer. Some of these people in organized sector may not be employed by anyone, but they work on their own, but they too have to register at the government and they too have to follow rules and regulations framed by the government, though they are not employed by anyone. They work on their own. That's it. And benefits. So what benefits workers in organized sector they get? What benefits they get? Job security, first of all, job security they have, and fixed working hours, limited working hours they follow, and paid leave also. Paid leave means if any worker has work or any sick, if he is sick, he can take leave on that for the day, he will get money, and paid on overtime. If the worker works overtime, so for that period also he gets money. And PF gratuity. So what is the difference between PF and gratuity? PF includes the share of employee and employer, but gratuity only the employer gives to the employee. So in gratuity there is no share, it does not include share of employee amount. Okay, that is the difference between PF and gratuity. And these people who are working in organized sector, they get medical benefits also, and medical facilities. Some organized sectors they provide medical facilities to their employees, so some benefits they get. And pension, so after the retirement of these workers they get some money as a pension. Every month they get pension. So all these benefits workers in organized sector they get. Then what are the examples? Who come under organized sectors? All the government employees come under government organized sector, and banks, registered industrial workers come under organized sector. Unorganized sector which is not registered at the government is called unorganized sector. They do not, there are rules and regulations but they are not followed by these people. Then working conditions of unorganized sector workers. So how the working conditions are? They do not paid proper wages for them, and their jobs are not regular, and they do not have any pension, paid leave, or they do not have job security also. Okay, and they don't get any benefit from the unorganized sector. Generally, workers in unorganized sector are exploited. Okay, and plantation labor, handloom workers, fishermen, weavers, all these are the examples of unorganized sector workers. Then let us work out this primary sector. 1 million, here one table is given and some boxes are empty. Here we have to fill this these boxes. Okay, here workers who are working in organized sector and unorganized sector, and here it is given primary and secondary tertiary sectors. So these are the activities, economic activities on the basis of the nature of the work, and these two are the on the basis of the working conditions of the workers. This is one activity, economic activity. So here primary sector, under primary sector 1 million people are working in an organized sector, and here number is not given. So to get number, here total is given, so you can subtract this from organized sector workers, then 231 you will get. Okay, 231 you will get here. And secondary sector 41 million people are working in organized sector, and 74 million people are working in unorganized sector in secondary sector, and total here 115. And tertiary sector, service sector, 40 million people are working in organized sector and 88 million are working in unorganized sector. So here total is 128. So you have to find out these totals here. So organized sector total is given 82, and here we have to add these three values, 231, 74 and 88. I think it is 397, I think, 31 5, and 5 plus 8 3, 13, and next line 10, 18 and 9, 393. I think here this box 393. Okay, 393. Then 393 plus 82, 475. Here total is 475. Now we have to find out the percentage of each sector workers. Okay, organized sector percentage of workers, how many? 82 divided by 475 into 100. Like this we have to calculate the percentage of this total number of workers. Okay, here 82 divided by 475 into 100, approximately will get 17%. And here if you calculate this, here 393 divided by 475 into 100. So like that we can calculate the percentage. So here 80% nearly will get, I think. Okay, so here you can calculate this to find out, and to get clarity you also have to practice, okay, on paper this table. So here question is, what is percentage of people in unorganized sector in agriculture? So actually we cannot tell about agriculture sector number of people who are engaged in agriculture sector, because it is not given here. It is given only about primary sector. We can call it as a agriculture sector, but agriculture and agriculture related activities also come under primary sector. So here what is the question? The percentage of people in unorganized sector in agriculture. Actually it is, this number is not given, and so we cannot tell the answer. So agriculture comes under unorganized sector. This point you should remember. Okay, so because why it is called unorganized sector? Because who are working on land, they do not have any fixed hours, and wages also they get low wages, and they do not have any job security. So whatever benefits organized sector workers they get, those benefits these people they do not get. That is why it is called unorganized sector. Agriculture is called unorganized sector. Okay, if we look at the country as a whole, we find that dash percentage of workers in India are in the unorganized sector. Organized sector employment is available to only about dash percentage of workers in India. So I told you how to calculate percentage. So calculate on paper and find out the answer of these questions. And next, coming to another worksheet. Here, which of these are unorganized sector activities? So here statements are given as teacher taking classes in school. So this is organized sector. So they follow rules and regulations and limited working hours they get. Okay, this comes under organized sector. And a headload worker carrying a bag of cement on his back in a market. So this is unorganized sector. This comes under unorganized sector. Second one. And a farmer irrigated her field. This also comes under unorganized sector because that is his own field, so he do not follow the time, and he do not work limited working hours. So farmer irrigating her land, it is a unorganized sector. And a doctor in a hospital treating a patient is a organized sector, it comes under. And a daily wage laborer working under a contractor, so this is unorganized sector. And factory worker going to work in a big factories, generally big factories they register at the government, so they have to follow rules and regulations, so this comes under organized sector. And a handloom weaver working in her house, so this also comes under unorganized sector. Okay, so three statements come under unorganized sector. One is headload workers work, and farmer his own field irrigating his own field, and another one handloom weavers working in her house. So these come under unorganized sector. Okay. Okay, after watching video, practice this and read the concept once from textbook. Okay, thank you.